morning. Welcome back to Occupy the Media. I'm Jared Jacang Mayer, here with Matt Renner of truthout.org and FSTV's Executive Director, Don Rojas. How you doing, guys?
Good.
Excellent. Okay, we're approaching the end of this particular block, but we've had a lot of great topics. In this hour, we're going to be talking about foreclosures and underwater mortgages that continue to plague the economy, not to mention millions of homeowners across the U.S. It's an issue that many Occupy groups have taken to heart. So, Matt, are you aware of some of the very direct actions that Occupy Wall Street groups in different forms have taken in certain communities to combat foreclosures?
Yeah, some of the most compelling actions that I've been a part of and witnessed have been in direct response to the foreclosure crisis. So, when the first round of foreclosures started, a lot of those were people who potentially got into situations that they couldn't handle.
We're talking 2009, 2010.
When the bottom started falling out of the mortgage market in 2008 and really busting the bubble, I mean, housing prices have been going down since 2007 or leveling out. This thing going bust, though, affected more than just the people who were kind of the so-called borrowers, that the bad borrowers. Yep. As a result of unemployment caused by completely reckless lending, you have a fallout of foreclosures of people who have lost their jobs as a result of the down economy, who did nothing wrong but are suffering the consequences of a crisis they didn't create. So getting those people to stay in their homes and forcing the banks to negotiate with them to stay in their homes instead of just taking their house away from them and kicking them out on the street is one of the most compelling things about Occupy Wall Street.
And it does seem like it's the crisis that'll never end, and it's so complex. We heard about how the banks screwed up with, betting on risky mortgages, making them, buying and trading them on the market, and essentially gambling with a lot of these packaged foreclosures as securitized foreclosures. But when it comes down to it, there's still all these people that are stuck in these homes that they're either underwater or they're in these adjustable rate mortgages. And there just doesn't seem to be any solution to this, Don, at least coming from Washington. But Occupy Wall Street has done a number of very, very direct action things, and it's one of the direct actions that appears to just get a lot of support and attention, a lot of, the banks really to sing a different tune.
Well, it gets a lot of attention and it gets a lot of support from communities all over the country that are faced with the foreclosure crisis. Middle-class communities, working-class communities in places like Atlanta, Georgia, Los Angeles, Chicago, major cities that have been affected, Las Vegas, for example, that have been severely affected by the housing crisis. I've got to commend the Wall Street activists in those cities for come forward and express their solidarity with the homeowners. And take the fight directly to the banks.
And it really is drawing that connection between home and foreclosure, banks on Wall Street. But you mentioned